I thank you for coming back to the table. We are taking a deep dive inside the booming business of the liquor industry. My next guest launched their vodka brand just a couple of years ago. Kevin Larkai and Monte Burrow are the co-owners of the spirit company Blackleaf Organic Vodka. And what started out as a trip to France ended with Kevin wanting a taste of the liquor business. Welcome to the show, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
It's good to have you, and I want to point out, you have a coming to America story as well. Not like at all like Tandy's, but there's a story there, and I want to hear that.
Yeah, so I'm a son of the continent. So I was born in Nigeria. I'm Ghanaian. I grew up in Botswana, and then I moved to the U.S. for high school, kind of in pursuit of the American dream.
And you moved, so that, I want to be clear, you moved here by yourself at the age of 16.
By myself at the age of 16.
What's that like for a 16-year-old? And had you been to the States before that?
No, I hadn't. So it was interesting. So I went to a small, I call it village in Oregon. And it was a Christian academy. So it was just night and day. Culture shock.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah. And so then what did you end up doing? How did you end up meeting? How did you end up in this space?
Yeah, so I mean, I would say, background is in finance, ended up going to school, but what I identify most as is a dreamer. Right, and that really started when I was back home. So my angel, I call her my angel, my sister, she passed a few years ago. She really taught us how to dream. We would play a game called Ngomo Ngomo, right, which translates to sweet, sweet in my dialect, and we would literally for hours upon hours just daydream. So, kids grow out of that. I just never did. I believe that, believe in the power of our imagination, and we could do anything.
Yeah.
So that was the mindset that kind of led to everything.
And for you, Monte, what was your story? How did the two of you end up, where in this space did you all connect?
Yeah, I wish I had the sexy story about going to Cognac, France and discovering an opportunity. I'm born and raised in Baltimore. And, it's interesting. I kind of cut my chops in the alcohol business. I've been in the alcohol business for a long time. But similar to Kevin, I see as a story of discovery and dreaming. You had a guest, Will Packard, talked about healthy arrogance and dreaming big.
Yes,
and I've always leaned into that dreaming big piece myself. So when we met, it was almost like it was lightning in a bottle. It was meant to happen.
Yeah. So what happens? You bring the expertise, you bring the dreams, but you're a dreamer too. How did you get to the point where you say, let's go with vodka?
Yeah, so it really started, again, back on that trip, right? So I met a master craftsman, and, the goal is obviously to create a whole portfolio eventually. But we decided to start with vodka, and, at the time it was, what can we do that's interesting, that's different, and introduce something new, put our magic out into the world. So we went with the vodka, but we turned it on its head. So it's the first French.
And how do you turn vodka on its head? Like, how do you make something, an existing liquor, it's different?
So if everyone is zigging, we want to zag. Right? So we were pioneers in believing in organic, eco-conscious, but a lot of times they're synonymous with boring. So our whole thing is, let's make organic sexy, right? So that was sort of the driving force behind the product, and that's what sets us apart.
And so I want to understand this concept of organic, like, what does that mean, right? Because there's a whole lot of conversation about organic foods. What is organic liquor, wine, and spirits? What does that mean?
So the boring answer is no herbicides, no pesticides, no chemicals in the production of the wheat that goes into the product. The functional answer that people gravitate towards more, you're getting better stuff in, so you're getting better stuff out.
Okay, understood. Well said. I got it.
And we take it a step further. So not only is it organic, but we really champion sustainability. So we use a bottle with less glass, a sustainable top, organic inks. So we really believe in eco-consciousness.
So this is inside and outside the bottle, essentially.
Exactly.
How much fun are you having doing this? Like, what are you learning that's new and different that surprised you?
For me personally, the thing that I've learned, and I didn't think this would happen, but it was a byproduct. I have 3 daughters. And my daughters are very young, and I remember asking them, what do you want to be when you grow up? One of them said, I want to do art. One of them said, I want to be a dentist. When we give them money for whatever occasion, we have them put money in the stock market, things of that nature.
Oh, nice.
And I remember one day just sitting back and saying, I don't want you to be an artist. I want you to own the art gallery and be an artist. I don't want you to be just a dentist. I want you to actually own the practice. I don't want you to just put money in the stocks. I want you to own the companies that you're putting stocks in.
Nice.
And for me, I said, I'm telling them this, but I'm not doing it. And that was literally my aha moment to say, if I really want them to be the bosses that I know they can be, I need to show them. And then having cut my chops again in the alcohol space, it just made sense.
Yeah.
It's a business where we collectively spend a lot of money, but we collectively don't have a lot of ownership. So
that makes sense. Kevin, the lessons that you have learned, or even maybe perhaps for your family too.
I mean, I think for me, the purpose is inspiring people to get their dreams out, right? That's I believe in that fully. So what I do every day is how do we get our grandest ideas out, right? So that's part and parcel of what we're doing day in and day out is how do we take this thing and make it a global powerhouse?
Got it.
And we're having a lot of fun with the process.
I can tell. And you said that this is going to be a portfolio, which sounds to me like there's going to be more coming to this line.
Yes, a lot of exciting things. We'll be sure to stop by and let you know as we cook things up.
I'm here for it, but you're not going anywhere, right? Good deal. Coming up next, Tandy is about to mix it up with Kevin and Monte's signature Blackleaf Vodka, while the fellas share some cocktail recipes that we can make and enjoy at home. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I really want to thank you for season 3 of Portia. It's because of loyal viewers like you that we keep getting to share this daily dose of positivity all across the country. So just a reminder, I still need you to like, comment, and subscribe. And go ahead and tell your friends. You can catch us now in Orlando, in San Francisco, in Atlanta, and all across the country on Fox Soul. Tell your friends. We'll see you soon on Portia.